How offshore oil rigs work? Simple explanation. Have you ever wondered how oil is taken from deep under the ocean? Today we'll explore the fascinating world of offshore oil rigs, how they work, and how oil is brought up from beneath the seabed. An offshore oil rig, also called an offshore platform, is a huge structure built in the middle of the sea. Its main job is to drill into the seabed and pull out oil or natural gas from deep inside the earth. Types of oil. Rigs based on water depth. There are different types of oil rigs depending on how deep the water is. In shallow water, up to around 1,700 feet, we use something called a fixed platform. These platforms are held in place by strong legs made from steel or concrete that are fixed to the ocean floor. If the water is deeper, between 1,500 to 4,900 feet, a taller type of platform is needed. This is called a compliant tower. It is flexible and can move a little with ocean waves, which helps it survive strong sea currents. But for very deep water, up to 12,000 feet, we need a different kind of oil rig. That's where floating platforms come in. These rigs do not touch the seafloor. Instead, they float on the water's surface and are held in place by anchors. One common type of floating platform is the semi-submersible platform. These are the kind of rigs we'll focus on today. How floating oil rigs stay afloat. Semi-submersible platforms are supported by huge tanks called pontoons. These pontoons are filled with air, which helps the rig stay afloat. Because they float, these rigs can be moved from one location to another by towing them with boats. Some floating rigs also have propellers under them to help them move or adjust position in the water. Once the oil rig reaches the location where drilling will happen, anchors are used to keep it steady. Then water is slowly pumped into the pontoons to lower them under the sea surface. This makes the rig more stable, especially during strong waves or storms. What's on an offshore oil rig? Let's now talk about what's actually on an oil rig. Hoisting system. This system is used to raise and lower the drilling equipment into the sea. Cranes. These are used to move heavy supplies and equipment from ships to the rig. Living quarters. Crew members live here. It's where they eat, sleep, and rest. Helicopter pad. Since oil rigs are far from land, crew members often arrive and leave by helicopter. Emergency lifeboats. These are used to evacuate the rig if something goes wrong. Liquid storage tanks. These tanks store water, fuel, and diesel used for running machines. Flare stack. This is used to burn off extra flammable gas that comes up with the oil. Burning the gas is safer than letting it build up and risk an explosion. Now let's look at the main job of the oil rig, drilling for oil. Oil lies deep under many layers of rock beneath the seabed. To reach it, the rig uses a drill bit connected to long pipes called the drill string. The drill bit is placed inside a large pipe called a casing. The top of this casing is known as the wellhead. The drill is lowered all the way to the seabed and starts to drill down into the rock. As the drill goes deeper, water is pumped in to push out dirt and broken rock from the hole. When the drill reaches a certain depth, it is pulled out and a casing is put in place. This keeps the well open and safe. Cement is then pumped down to fix the casing in place. A special plug separates the cement from mud, making sure the cement covers the outside of the casing properly. This process is repeated as the drilling goes deeper and deeper. Preventing accidents. Blowout preventer. As the drill gets close to the oil, the pressure becomes very high. To protect the rig and the people on it, a special device called a blowout preventer is installed at the top of the well. Oil and gas under high pressure can suddenly rush up. This is called a kick. If not controlled, it can cause a blowout, which is dangerous and can even destroy the rig. The blowout preventer has special parts to seal the well if needed. These parts include annulars, donut-shaped seals that can close the well. Pipe rams used to control or block the flow of oil. Blind shear ram. This has strong steel blades that can cut through the drill pipe and seal the well completely in case of extreme emergency. These safety devices must be tested carefully. A single mistake can lead to serious danger, including oil spills or even loss of life. Bringing the oil to shore. Once oil is safely taken from under the seabed, it is pumped into a long pipeline. These pipelines carry the oil all the way to land where it is processed. Pipelines under the sea are called subsea pipelines. There are huge networks of these pipelines all over the world. For example, in the Gulf of Mexico, there's a complex system of connected subsea pipelines. Conclusion: offshore oil rigs are amazing structures that allow us to reach oil deep beneath the ocean. They are built to survive in harsh conditions, work at great depths, and stay safe even with high-pressure oil and gas. From fixed platforms to floating giants, every part of the rig, from the hoisting system to the blowout preventer, plays an important role in safely bringing oil to the surface. Thank you for listening to this simple explanation of how offshore oil rigs work. If you found it interesting, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more educational content. See you in the next video.